For those of you that have watched my channel for any significant amount of time, and I mean one video, you are probably aware that we do travel with our cat, Cooper. He's been in every video I've made. He's more popular than me, but I found a way to incorporate him in every video that I've made, even the video that I did about a portable cooler. So yes, he's a big part of our lives, and he goes with us everywhere. Even before we got a travel trailer, we took him with us every time we took a trip. So it was always a different environment for him. We would go to the coast, we would go to Corpus Christi or something like that, and every time we went, it was a different hotel room, it was a different environment, so it took him a little while to get used to it. We always had that in mind when we bought this trailer. There was never any doubt that Cooper was going to be a part of this journey right there with us. There are things to consider when you're taking your cat into an RV. We'll start with the basics. Have an idea of your surroundings and what's nearby, kind of like you would with your own self with an urgent care clinic. We always have an approximation of the nearest emergency department from where we're staying, just in case. It's no different than with your pet. We have a pretty good idea of where to go within maybe a 10 or 20 mile radius of where we're staying, whatever park or whatever small town we're in. Now, of course, you do want to make sure that you have all of your vet records in order, all of the vaccinations in your possession when you're traveling with your cat. Talk to your vet before you start traveling about anxiety, motion sickness. They will more than likely prescribe a medication for you to keep on hand, which we do. Motion sickness is something that Cooper has experienced a couple of times, and it's really hard to say if it was actually motion sickness or anxiety or just a combination of both. But he's gotten sick twice while we've been traveling with him. What seems to affect Cooper most when we are on the road are the winding and bumpy back roads that we sometimes come across. So we try to take it slow. We never travel with our cat unless he is in a carrier. This is Cooper's carrier. We actually have it for him at home, sitting out like this because he loves to sit in it, or he loves to sit on top of it like Snoopy. But yes, this is Cooper's carrier, and it's very spacious. It's got plenty of space to look out. And the motion sickness has gotten a lot better since we switched him over to this bigger and better carrier. We never let him run loose in the truck while we're driving. We don't do that. I'm always paranoid that he's going to get under my feet or something while we're in transit. Not a good thing. We keep him in the carrier at all times. When we have the trailer set up, when we have the air conditioner on, when we have it all cooled and ready for us to go, then we will put him in the trailer and let him loose. And he's good with that. Now, these little basic tidbits of information could apply to any pet, a cat or a dog. I do like dogs. We do not own one because, generally speaking, dogs do not like me. I don't know why, but every time a dog sees me, it growls and it wants to bite me. I have been bitten by a few dogs in my time for no reason whatsoever. I don't know what it is, but dogs aren't very fond of Switchback Texan. In fact, when a dog is looking at me, I get the distinct impression that he's eyeing my limbs to see which ones he wants to take home for a trophy. And that's going to take us to our cat himself, Cooper. Now, for those of you that watch my channel, you probably remember that one of the first things I did when we got this trailer was that I modified the underbed storage to accommodate our cat. I kind of sacrificed it, really, because I knew that the first thing that he was going to do is find a place to hide. What I did was I made a hiding place for him. And this isn't just a hiding place, this is his little sanctuary. He feels safe there, and he's always in Cooper's corner. There he is. Now, I'm going to show this to you from the top. Now, what I do like about it is that we can lift the bed, and we have access to him real quick if we need to get him out of there for some reason. So, he's probably going to get real mad at me right now, but I'm going to show you what his little Cooper's corner looks like. Yeah, that really made him mad. So yes, this is his little sanctuary. This is where he comes, and this is where he hides. This is where he feels safe. So yeah, he's not too happy with me right now because I disrupted his little afternoon snooze. Making this trailer feel as close to home as he can be without actually being at home is our goal here while we travel with him. Everything that you saw down there in Cooper's Corner are things that we brought from home that still have the scent on it that he's familiar with. We have his scratching post here that he does use frequently. We have his little toys that he uses at home, including his favorite, which I call his prey. So yes, whatever we can do to make him feel like he's at home. Now, is that going to be 100% possible? No, because we're not home, we're in our trailer. But it is his second home, and he's used to it by now. For example, at home, we have 3 televisions, and we like to keep 1 or 2 of them on a low volume all the time, even when we're not there, just to give him the comfort of knowing that there is some kind of activity going on. The same thing goes for the trailer. We have a TV in the front, and we have a TV in the rear. Little 24-inch TVs, volumes set low, and that kind of gives him the comforts that it gives him at home. Cooper was raised from birth to be an inside cat, and that's what he is. He's an indoor cat. He always has been, and he always will be. As a matter of fact, being outside is the last place he wants to be. When the door opens, he goes the opposite direction. He'll go under the bed or something like that. He's not an indoor-outdoor cat. If you have an indoor-outdoor cat, I probably wouldn't suggest that for RVing, but I'm not an expert. All I know is that when that door opens, he doesn't want to get out. He doesn't want to escape. So we never have that worry about him taking off. With an indoor-outdoor cat, I don't know if that would be the case. The other area that we have sacrificed a little bit is the rear of the trailer, where we have this perfectly fit cat tower. It actually works perfectly for Cooper because it's right next to the windows. He's got a great view of our campground from all angles back here. And he's happy with that because, once again, he loves to look outside. He just doesn't want to be out in it unless he's hunting and killing a huge animal. Now, another question I get often is litter box placement. One of the things I should mention about our cat Cooper is at night, that's when he likes to explore. He's all over this place at night. I'm going to keep the litter box somewhere inconspicuous, and the only place that we could think of was right here next to our bed. It's not that big of a deal, really. We have the kind of cat litter that has a fragrance to it, and if he uses the bathroom here, if there is any kind of odor, it's gone in less than a minute. So we don't have any real issues with the litter box. A lot of people put their litter boxes in their bathtubs. I think that's a fantastic idea. It's probably just not for us because we would have to leave the bathroom door open, and we'd rather keep it closed. Something else to mention, try to carve out some time of your day to actually make some quality moments with your cats. Cats have 5 natural instinctive behaviors: hunt, kill, eat, groom, and sleep. Those are the 5 natural predatory instincts of felines. So what you do is you base all of your activities around those kind of things, with the toys, with the little scratching posts, all that kind of stuff. These all contribute to those 5 core behaviors that cats have. So right now, he's in his hunt phase. Cooper is the first cat that both myself and Mrs. Switchback have ever owned. So we are not cat experts, but just like with anything else, we did our research before we adopted Cooper. So we were pretty prepared. I hope you got a little bit out of this video. I don't normally do videos like this, so this is a little bit different for me. But if you have any other tips that you would like to share, please drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear what you have to share, because I'm still learning about all this stuff. But I can tell you this much: this guy right here, he's a great travel companion. Until next time, Switchback Texan and Cooper are out.